Hello, my dear ones. This is Ouassima Issrae. Hope you are doing well, and welcome to this tag where I will be sharing with you some of my actual decks responding to this amazing tag. I can't stop watching it. I'm discovering so many beautiful decks, but at the same time, it's kind of an awakening for me to I discovered that I have more than 11 decks I'm working with at the moment, so I'll be cheating as usual. The first part will be the decks that I'm using for myself, and then the last part where I will be adding the decks that I am working with for readings and projects and so on. So just to remind you that I am the author of these two books about tarot and oracle practice. If you want to check them out, I have created also many oracle decks. I will leave my publishing house website below so you can check it. And all right, so let's start. You can see that this is my way of bringing my decks everywhere at the moment, whether I go to the kitchen or the living room or whatever. It's so easy to put them all in the same box and carry them. So these are some of the decks that I have been using these last weeks. I'm gonna start, of course, with the Margaret Peterson. So many of you will know this deck. It's a classic. And it's a so intuitive deck. I'm just amazed at the subtlety that it shares, but at the same time, the righteousness, the right message, the inner landscape. It's as if it shows, even if the cups, the cups show our emotions, but I feel all of this deck shows me my inner state, my relationship to my own spirituality. And I feel I found in this deck a friend that I have been missing for long. I love all of my decks, of course, but as we change, as our practice evolves, it is nice to see that we have some complicity, some close relationships with decks that speak our language of that moment. So I'm really enjoying getting back to this one as an old friend, a trusted old friend. Another deck that I have been using, I received from Marie-Christine Chambon. It's a French deck, but there are in tarot and oracle decks, there are no barriers, there are no boundaries in a way. And this deck is a soulful deck. It's called Amrita, which, we have the word âme in French, it means soul. And the guidebook is amazing. I hope one day it can be translated. You can have the card, keywords, message of the soul, and to go further. It's just, it's nice that we are having this in the cover. I would say, as I have been going through some challenges and experiences the last weeks, especially regarding my health, it's interesting because April is the month where I'm recalling an experience regarding my health many years ago. And at this period, it's as if my body remembers it and detoxifies itself from it. So I've been going through that extensively. And whatever we are living in, around or in our bodies, in our relationships, keeping that eagle vision of, the bigger perspective, the bigger view of the experience itself is so rewarding, and it gives us hope. It gives us solidity. And that's how I feel this deck is kind of, it's so emotional, and at the same time, it's so spiritual. And that's how I've been feeling, like this, as much as the difficulties I've been going through, I still feel my spirituality is so much opening more and more. I've been having very interesting, just this morning, I've got this opening to offer another conference, and I didn't at all expect that. I've been offering many conferences these last months, and they coincide with the challenges I have been going through. It's a breakthrough. That's why I feel I'm having a breakthrough, and this deck is showing me the path to go out from darkness to light and to be even more of service, to be a better version of myself. So yeah, very high vibe with this deck. I mean, it's, and I know my Christine personally. We worked together. She offered classes in my school, and I really value this lady. So it's, and oh, by the way, I didn't say, but many of the portraits you find here are soul portraits, which means that they are real people, that they have consented to have their portraits in this deck. And every soul has stories, is bringing memories from different timelines, different even epochs for us. So big teaching deck as well. What can I say? It's an amazing deck. Same time, we have the Gentle Tarot. Need of gentleness. But what's very interesting with this deck, so some of you who watch my channel know that I love using this deck with another oracle deck. So just let me show it here. It's called the Oracle of the Wise Woman, something like that. So bad with the names. But if I don't remember a deck here, I might put it on comments. But yeah, I've been using these two together for some time. I would say maybe 2 years now, maybe in a year and a half. And I have this deck in French. Let me see if I have. So this is the French book. It's called The Feminine Oracle of Wild and Sacredness by Nikki Dewart, Elizabeth Martin. So I'm sure it is in English, the first edition. But yeah, so these two decks, they speak together. It's not just with the colors, or it's you know, it feels like I'm talking to grandmother. Yeah, grandmother energy. Feminine wisdom, and they complete each other's. It's a conversation. I really enjoy playing with them because it's a never-ending discussion. Yeah, I really love it. And putting them like this is what these videos are good for, you know. It's just a beautiful, beautiful art, beautiful colors. It feels that I went through a therapy, you know, when I see these decks together. Yeah, tarot therapy. Art therapy. What can I say? Oh, what about the stories they tell? Look at these colors. It's just beautiful. Amazing. And this aspect also have been present, you know, what is the person doing in the cards? What are they holding in their hands? What are they watching? This, you can see it quite often. You see, you have the freedom, you have the Seven of Cups. You can make a story of this, you know, the freedom of choice. You know, what should I do? Is freedom helpful to make choices when everything is available? Oh, and I love this form. I've been creating a course at the Temple of Roses about the meanders, the Greek meander, and it's, you know, like these are the decorations that we find in many constructions in old buildings, Greek and Romans, and they have a meaning, you know, as it's amazing, you know, how the symbols also speak to us randomly, but there is wisdom in randomness. That's how I can say it. So yeah, the Gentle Tarot. Put in these again here. Another deck that I would say decks, because it's the same creator. It's Claire Mack. I'm loving her decks all together. I've been traveling with them as well. And My favorite, my favorite is the, let me see just the name, the Faceted Garden Oracle and the Rain Shadow. This one I had it also in my shop, I've been offering it. Now they are all out of stock. But I've been really sensitive to the art, to the geometry forms for many years now, and teaching about geometry, sacred geometry at the temple. But these, I feel they complete those teachings. They speak my language, as I say always. Look at these. They are really, really nice, really beautiful. And I feel this one is the more mature form, or maybe more alive than this one. Maybe because I used it a lot, I don't know. But there's this collaboration I feel more in these two. But I decided to keep this one. I once wanted to sell it, but it said no. Many of my decks, sometimes I think about, okay, what if I release them? They should go now to someone who value them more. But then, yeah, they decide to stay, and I find joy in rediscovering them. So I decided to not sell my decks right away, and if a deck doesn't want to go, there is a meaning to it. So maybe there is still a message. I love this, like Six of Swords, the necessity to leave behind what we know, even if it's maybe more secure, or maybe we got used to it, but it became toxic. So there is the need to leave, even if that is creating a deluge, not only for us, but for those who leave behind. So many stories, look at this. Look at the synchronicities. Isn't this beautiful? And the new moon, so lovely. The Lovers, Anomaly. And you see these geometry shapes that add to the understanding of the cards. I love this card. You see that bloom, the Three of Cups. We are seeing something about, I have to go towards what makes me bloom, what makes me happy, what fulfills my heart. And I love this. It feels that there is an awakening, there is an initiation to a new light path. The Cactus, protection, Ace of Pentacles. Maybe there is a small project that we are nurturing that we need to protect for now. There's so much it speaks so strongly to me anyway. So just a few more cards. Yeah, you see this Seven of Pentacles working on the gate, harmony. Look at these. And the circles. The circle is quite present in this deck. I think I did like a study of the Rain Shadow tarot, showing like the forms and the animals. Check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. So yeah, beautiful decks, beautiful. All right, let's go to the next ones. So I'm having a love relationship with the messenger cards, guidance from the animal spirits. So these decks are simple, but I was sharing this on my French channel, saying that these are like pearls of wisdom. It feels that for me it's important to connect to the wise part in me, the wise part in humanity, to better understand the challenges we are going through for myself, but also for humanity in general. These teachings that one might forget. I was also thinking about these principles that I have been educated with. You have to like for others what you like for yourself. Don't do to others what you don't want others to do to you. These kind of teachings that seem today disappearing from our society, but still these are the teachings that I want to keep. and I want to transmit through my work. So I love this aspect of the oracle decks and tarot to remind us the values of humanity, that, you know, we have to nurture, we have to keep them. And I believe my work with oracles, or even the ones I create, have that goal, is to teach, remember, remind us. So yeah, let me share with you some of the decks also that I'm using without forgetting the names. Okay, so I brought the book. This is another French deck called Féminitude, une exploration des mystères de votre intérieur, meaning the exploration of the mysteries of your inner world, our inner being. I'm not using much the guidebook. It's really well written, but the cards. So it's a feminine deck. It's about the sacred feminine. Oh, see, we have a spider here. It's a feminine deck over many steps or in many worlds. So there are the trees, the wild ones. So it feels like the different aspects of the feminine, but also the different levels of evolutionary paths. So we have the cards related to the witch, cards related to the virgin, to the mother, to the enchantress, to duality, and expressive, creative expression of fertility. And those are related to the trees. So I've been using it with another deck, which is the Mother Peace tarot that I'm also using extensively. So these two are good friends, talkative friends, collaborative in saying the things straight, but in creative ways. These two always open a path. They never tell you, okay, this is how things are, but this is how you can survive and get away. This is what I really enjoy. And getting back also to the sacredness of our lives as a woman, of our bodies, of our rhythms. That's the Mother Peace. I did an interview with Vicky Noble, the creatress of this tarot deck, and I cannot put it away because it's a teaching deck. I learned with her also about matriarchy and about Amazons, because I'm doing a research about Amazons of North Africa, and this has been so consolidating deck and decks for my knowledge and also my way of being. Again, going with these kind of periods and challenges with the body, find an inner strength. That's what I feel with these decks. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely cards. Yeah, so the solitary. It's really amazing how these ancient wisdom knowledge is coming back here, and this gives me so much hope for the future, whatever is happening around. This is an awakening of the ancient traditions. Yeah. All right, so let me put this here. How many decks did I show? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I don't know, 11. Why not 20? I'm missing so many other decks, but they will go to the cheating part. So, okay, now I'll be sharing with you these two decks. So the first one is Art Through the Starstream Oracle, and the second one is Art Through the Eyes of Soul Oracle. These two decks have been aside for so many months, years, I don't know, and I mixed them together. So let's say that these are one deck. They have been And I've been kind of picking some cards for friends also, the mornings. So I don't use tarot decks with these. They are just enough. 1, 2 cards, it's enough because they are powerful. They are radiating these ancient energies and the mysteries. I mean, the lady that made these paintings, I always say, she, like Marie-Christine, you know, with her oracle Amrita, they grasp the essence of these mysteries, and they are able to create a piece of art and share it. This is an amazing gift. How many of us cannot share even one complete idea in words and or in drawings, or this clear channel? You know, I've been meditating about that, like how to be a clear channel, how to be able to share what we are discovering and receiving. I might not have found the right answer, sorry for the nudity in this deck, but yeah, the facility, the easiness to share the inspiration we receive as a clairvoyant or clairaudient or clairsentient and so on, is important even as a tarot or oracle reader. But the next step is, for me, is how to transmit the knowledge without using the tools. Like the ancient oracles of Delphi. You know, how can we get back to sharing the insight directly without having intermediaries, people in between? Clearing the path for our tongue, for our hands, for our vision. That's a big work for many of us, clearing the throat from all the experiences that we carry for us and from the ancestors, you know, the violence on communication. How many of us had to deal and heal the throat chakra? I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. Not just the heart, but the throat. Like, how can I express myself without fearing for my life? That's a big wound in many of us, you know, light workers or healers or so. And so with this, it feels like peaceful. I love Let Peace Prevail. Yeah, it feels peaceful for me to use this deck to kind of channel the easiness of transmission, maybe in the future. I'm doing shamanic journeys. We are going through a book at the moment. If you want to join, it's Shamanism, Archaic Techniques of Ecstasy. It's a big book. we are studying it together. If you want to join us, and we are doing journeys, and we share what we receive with humility and also with clarity. Isn't it lovely to use these decks? Anyway, so I'm really enjoying this one. All right, let's get to the cheating part. These are the decks that I'm using for work, which means that I'm doing readings with them. I'm having like sessions or projects regarding these decks at the moment. So this is the cheating part. Forgive me for that. So the slow tarot. Oh my goodness. Can I say that the slow tarot is one of the loves of my life? I wish the card could be like more, you know, like more solid, because I feel like I have to be so careful when using them. But what I enjoy in this deck is the, oh come on, look, the colors, the emotions, the way it transmits the meaning of the cards, the flowers you might find in it. And it feels alive, you know. It's kind of like a ding picture of a moment in motion. It's not like, oh, this is the time to take a picture, please pose. No, this is like taking a picture when something is happening and people don't care about it, don't care about the picture being taken. So it's kind of alive. That's why I feel the scenes, it's really amazing, and it gives so much more meaning to the reading. There's another tarot, sorry for the nudity. There is another tarot that is in this vibe. It's called the Wheel Tarot, I think. I can share it with you in the next days or so, but yeah, it has the same kind of that movement, you know, and it makes reading so easy for me, you know. I don't need to contemplate much. It's just the messages flow so easily. Yeah, loving it. Another deck that I am using, it's my own Oracle deck. It's out of print, but it's available on Printer Studio, I think. Yeah, this is the Rose Oracle deck. I am loving using it more for ritualistic work, in the sense that, you know, we can higher our vibration by creating a circle based on roses, and I teach about roses at the Temple of Roses. So it's kind of part of our work. Healing with plants as well, because, you know, I have the Lyme condition, so I use flowers and plants every single day of my life, and, you know, connecting with their medicine beyond the medicinal use or herbalist use. It's like, it makes me see them more as a friends, more than therapy. that's how I would say it. Another deck that I'm using extensively as well is the Arabic letters. This is my second copy because I've been using it like a lot. And this is about the Arabic letters. This is one of the conferences I'm getting ready to offer also in May, about their mysteries, you know, the art side of it and what they reveal, you know, in our names. I also say the sessions that I'm doing with it is really, really appreciated by people. It's awakening them to their true powers. And yeah, you know, there's something happening with this deck, is that I cannot use it for divination. It feels that I cannot. You know, you have these decks. I can use it for now. I'm using it mostly for names, and I don't know if I will find other ways to use it, but I know some are meditating with every letter for some time. But we'll see. We'll see. I've had this idea of picking a card per month, but yeah, I don't know. It feels this. I don't know if it's about this copy. You know, you have a special connection to some copies. It feels like this copy is more for name reading. And then I will finish with this one. Is the fifth tarot. I thank so much Kasia. If you didn't check the interview she had with the creators of this deck, I encourage you to do so, because, you know, I use this deck not as much as I would love to, but the images, when you show them to the clients, something is happening. It's like the Orasoma, the pictures have healing. That's how I feel. They have healing for the person. And whether they understand the meaning or not, using them in energy is sometimes enough. Sometimes you can take pictures of the guidebook and send it to the client so they can meditate on it, but I really feel this deck healing. And I even believe that, see the owl, really lovely. I feel that it doesn't open right away for everyone. You know, it's as if you pass by a shop all the time, but you never see it. Or you see just a part of it. That's how I feel this deck is rich. And it has so much more wisdom to uncover for me. Oh, and the guidebook. I mean, if you use the guidebook for this for this book. I've not been using it enough, but every time I open it, and I'm like, I learned something new, whether it's about plants, different practices, the shamanic practice. Yeah, I think it's a deck. Maybe I would put the picture a little bit bigger. I don't know how is the new version of it. I have the oldest version. But yeah, I mean, I will cut these borders. Because yeah, like the earth. I forgot the name of the other. I had this tarot deck that I removed the borders, and I felt my connection with it just felt so much better. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel it might be something to do in the future. But yeah, so this deck, healing, energy healing deck, you can check on my channel. I speak about high vibrational decks. So okay, I'm gonna stop now because I have much more. I didn't talk about the mushroom, the hunter mushroom deck. Didn't talk about the ocean dream. Oh, I have so many other decks I'm using. But yeah, but let's stop for now. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Let me know if you did this, also this tag. I would love to see it. Maybe I missed it somehow. And I will see you soon for another video. Blessings.